Okay, give me just a second. We'll be getting rent started soon. Sorry about that echo. Sorry, just checking the audio. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and get started. Trying to make up for some lost time from last night. And here I am. What is up? How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the special Sunday night stream to help try to make up for part of last night where I was super tired and did not want to stream the entire 4 hours, so I stopped at like 2.5. So I'm trying to find the video from last night. We might watch it tonight if I can find it. Let's see. Oh, okay. It continues here. Sorry, I was confused. Okay, I can't seem to find it. Okay, well, if we have time, I'll look for it. I do remember what it looks like, so at least I remember what the video description was, so. Anyway, we were at containment 10-29, and we were having to solve a puzzle. Well, I couldn't figure it out last night, and I got tired and gave up, so I looked up and someone had provided the answer for this puzzle. I just gotta go find it. Yeah. I found it last night and I screenshot it on here. So it tells you the answer to the puzzle based on where Shale and Galulja are located. So now I know. Because I couldn't figure this out to save my life last night. I was super confused. Okay, so let's see, from Shale. Oh, I did the wrong thing. It's supposed to be the triangle. Starting with, I started on the wrong side. It's supposed to be the triangle here. Then it's supposed to be, or no. Okay, I'm sorry. It's the diamond. I can't read instructions tonight to save my life. I need to sit this way in front of me, so I know exactly what I'm looking at. Because this isn't going well right now. Okay, so from Shale, it's diamond. Then over here is triangle. And I already had the circle and the square figured out. Sorry, I actually had half the puzzle. So that was all I had to flip around. That was easy enough. Yeah, because I already had the circle and the square in front of Galulja set up. Okay. And there's Galulja doing his little dance again. I love it every time he does it. The Datura lab should now be fully powered. Well done, everyone. Yay. We did it. If I may, Shale, could we... Oh, crap. I closed all that. Sorry. Of course, it'll only take a moment to bring up the contents. Looks to be a text-based account. Preservation, the Alexandrian Institute for Technological Development, was founded by Calix, an 11-year-old child prodigy. Approval for establishing the organization came during Alexandria's involvement in the storm surge, with Calix's design for new defensive solutions funded in large part by the Treasury. As the conflict grew in intensity and casualties mounted, Calix funneled Preservation's resources towards the perfection of memory storage. Research into this field continued even after the storm surge came to an end, with Calix eventually electing to preserve his own memories in a virtual domain. So this account is from before he embraced his endless existence hundreds of years ago. I met him only once, before the storm surge began. I was attending my father, who was then the reigning king of Alexandria. Calix could not have been more than 10 years of age and required constant treatment for his debilitating illness, yet still he published theories that highly regarded that even the royal family was aware of his achievements. Life should not be lost to the injustice of death. Even now I can hear the single-minded will behind his words. So it was this when war came to our kingdom. My father was quick to commit his unwavering support to this somber youth and his proposals for preservation. Several years later, the ensuing violence brought the death of both my parents. Overwhelmed as I was by my sudden succession to the throne, I suspected they spared me the reports on endless research and other less urgent matters. So you had no way of knowing what kind of person Calix was changing into. Did he change? I wonder. Perhaps he has never ever been the type to value ideals over compassion, and I failed to see it at the time. Or perhaps he did change, but is still driven by those same deeply held beliefs, that mortality is cruel and unjust, and his role is to deliver mankind from this fate. Whatever the case may be, we cannot allow him to shape our future. Let's press on, shall we? If I've done my job correctly, the door to the Datura lab should be accessible now. I'll give everything a once-over just to be sure. I always forget to turn on my light. Poof. Okay, there we go. Okay, we go back through here. The energy current seems stable enough. Still, you should let me handle this one. The security card, if you please. Oh, and a quick prayer that a shorted wire doesn't burn me from the inside out. Don't worry, Shell. I think it'll be fine. I believe in you. You're one of us now. You can't die. Yeah, I'm sure Geode's not dead. We'll get Geode back. Right, I'll get this door open. Open this door, my sister. I'm sorry. Smooth as silk. Let's head inside and see what awaits. God's above, isn't that? That's the thingy that dropped from Sven, when we killed her. The key to interdimensional fusion. That looks to be a schematic on the monitor. So they're trying to use that to make a key. Instead of trying to get the key from us, they're trying to make one. Preservation began working to harness the power to cross dimensions. Aside from the crystal, we can see that all the vessel's components were constructed here, so that might tell us. We'll say the crystal itself is the key. That would be the logical conclusion. Yes, it is, as my parents explained. The key remains shrouded in mystery. Preservation augmented it with electrope, but never grasped the technology's underlying principles. To this day, not a single person understands the mechanics of interdimensional fusion. Not who imbued the key with its power, not when they did so, nor why. Now it makes sense. Calyx can track the key because its vessel was made by preservation. I believe there is much we may learn in this room. On our next visit, I will have to enlist Yashtola's assistance for a thorough investigation. I too am curious about a great many things, but pinning down Calyx's whereabouts is our priority. Hopefully there is a security card here that grants access to the director's office. The research conducted in this lab appears to have been highly confidential in nature. Some of the personnel must have belonged to the organization's upper echelons, and that means higher security clearance. We should spread out and look for any cards they left behind. Remember, anything less than a level 3 is no good to us. Level 3 key. Gonna find that level 3 key. Looking in the storage crate. No security cards. There's a cabinet drawer. You find a security card in the cabinet drawer. Oh, did you just find a security card? Well, that's a stroke of luck. Let's have Shale examine it to be sure. Shale, Shale, Shale. Look at my key card I found. Well, if it isn't exactly what we needed. Yeah, I did it. I'm awesome. Yeah. Oh, there he goes dancing again. He did it again. I love when he does that little jump with his hands up in the air. It's cute. After we discovered this ostensibly abandoned complex, I performed a curious investigation which detected a connection to the network. When I traced the data surrounding, I confirmed traffic from a web of Everkeep's security cameras. Considering the way Calyx is always one step ahead of us, we must assume he's quietly seized control of the city's surveillance system and has been using it to monitor our activities. To monitor what you, as the key holder, are planning. But since Calyx is the ultimate recipient of those transmissions, the flow of data is like a river that we can follow back to him, which is why I need the data relay. If I can analyze the devices, see where it's rerouting all the surveillance traffic. Excuse me. Then you can pinpoint Calyx's position. That said, he has done nothing to impede our progress, which makes me think I might be on entirely the wrong track. Maybe the reason he isn't stopping us is because he can't. Back in the old castle, Calyx said he was measuring Chikane's strength. What can he possibly dream up that's stronger than her? Oh, speaking of cameras, there was another thing I meant to mention. I found evidence that someone deliberately disabled the surveillance feed in this room. The most recent recording was also crudely deleted. I was able to restore the data, though, if you'd like to see it. I'll start the show then. Sounds weird that the security footage in this room happened to be just disabled once.
Are you really planning to leave?
Yes. The idea of eternal life. It's begun to frighten me. I struggle to renounce our conventional wisdom. Death is the means by which life prunes its branches, leaving the trunk to grow strong and tall. We die so that our species may flourish. What would become of mankind were we to halt that process? If unending stagnation is the fruit of our labor, then perhaps we strive for the wrong thing.
Your argument is a rejection of Master Calyx's vision.
I suppose it is. Perhaps such dread would not plague me, were I capable of sharing his perspective on the subject. But I cannot. He and I are too different, in too many ways. I lack his extraordinary genius. I had no illness threatening to cut my life short, no singularity of will to cut away all distractions and focus solely upon research. I have nothing but respect for his determination. The way he overcame his prognosis and seized the means to transcend death itself. But I'm not convinced that this obsession with living is the right path. That's why I've decided to leave preservation and put all my effort towards building a legacy for the next generation to come. Surely you...
Oh.
Protocol, you understand. There can be no exceptions.
And she's gone. Let me guess. Oh no, I thought he was going to shoot the camera. She only wanted to leave, and he executed her. I checked the images against the personnel data, and the man who pulled the trigger was Director Demetrius himself. Everything I could find on him pointed to a deep infatuation with Master Calyx. The cameras in this room have been out of operation ever since that incident. Given that the recording was erased, I can only assume he was trying to conceal his grisly deed from the other researchers. I am not surprised, given how my parents described their defection from the Institute. They spoke of rushing me through a portal even as Preservation's agents closed in on them. I dared not ask what became of them after that, but if it turns out they were captured by their pursuers... What will I say? I'm sure they managed to escape. They did not regret their actions. I want to believe they did, and even if they didn't, I hope they at least enjoyed what time they had as endless. Oh, Krill. Worry not, Sphene. Thanks to the heaven of living memory, I was at least able to meet my parents and learn what they stood for. It is enough for me to carry on. Even now, we don't know how the conflict unfolded between your parents and preservation. But what we do know is that your mother and father cleverly expunged every last trace of their movements. They made sure no one could cross into the source or threaten their child's safety. Right, let's press on, shall we? This tale beyond the key deserves a fitting conclusion. To the director's office. I'm going to the former director Demetrius's office. Alright, going into the office. Damn, this terminal isn't connected to any outside networks, so it can't be the data relay I'm looking for. This office is also smaller than the map suggested. I'm positive we're in the right room. What am I missing? Sorry, Chikane, could I ask you and the others to search the office for any clues to this infuriating puzzle? Haven't been doing for years, the now active coffee maker has already entered a self-cleaning cycle. It appears to have no other purpose beyond brewing coffee, though it remains to be seen when it will be able to do so once more. This cluttered side table. You find what is presumably the director's data tablet. A closed locker stands next to the table. Search the locker. Okay, that's creepy. He had a shrine to Calyx in there? So that's kind of weird. He had a shrine to an 11-year-old prodigy. That's real weird. Okay, see the soul cell storage case. And office shelves. Give us information I just gathered to Shale. Crumpled note will probably be. Seems we need to enter a password on 3 different terminals at the same time. There was no such room marked on the map, was there? A precautionary measure, no doubt, and if passwords are involved, I expect the access lift itself is concealed too. Shouldn't be too hard to disable the electrope wall. Oh, there it goes. It's another door. Okay, use the director's terminal and select the correct passwords. Information. So we gotta look around at more stuff. 2 jewels are embodied in the electrode plate. You identify the blue gem as a sapphire and the red gem as a garnet. There also appears to be an empty slot for another jewel to fill. Emerald? You have located Director Demetrius' personal data locker space. Take another look. I don't want to open the locker again. Maybe there's something in there this time that'll help us. Okay, there's nothing in there. Maybe Galul Jaw found something. Oh, it's a pretty green stone. I think it might be Alexandrite. I wonder if it has something to do with those stones. Okay, so I still haven't figured out enough. Taurus Fiend. I've talked to everybody in here. I guess I could go to other areas. Okay, Krill's in here. Don't see anything in here. Let's go to the other room. Don't see anything in here. Go in here and take a look. There's Wook. See if Wook has anything. There's a data tablet right over here. Looks like that's all there is in here. So I think that's about it. Unless there's something at the entrance. That's about all I see. We'll go back to oh, I had to put that into here. Okay. Got it. I didn't know I physically had an Alexandrite to put in the slot. Okay. The slot contains an Alexandrite. Its place in the floor plan corresponds to the director's office. The Garnet is the Deutero lab. And the Zapfire is for the Proto lab. Might need to ask Sphene about it. More time to be sure. Alexandrite represents protection, Zapfire honesty, and Garnet is devotion. And the Proto lab. The Proto lab was blue. And then Krill in the Deutero lab. It's going to be devotion. And then for us, we're going to put protection in. There we go. All three passwords worked, so the elevator opened. Time to board the lift and see what awaits us.
This terminal doesn't look special to me, but This is definitely what we're after?
It is. But whether or not it will suffice for our purposes is another question.
The Endless are created using the memories of the deceased. But as memories are, in essence, collections of data, the resultant entities have no physical form. These data entities, as we might call them, have only two methods for interacting with the material world. One of these we saw in Living Memory, where the Endless are granted temporary bodies through the use of corporeal ether. They become much like solid ghosts that one can see and touch. The other method, which Kafkiwa employed, is the remote operation of a machine. But where do you suppose the Endless are to be found when not inhabiting a physical body?
That's a good question.
The Endless are memories, and if memories are data, then...
Might be a world formed of data.
Yes, we suspect they reside in a virtual domain, one contained entirely within an electrope-based machine. We've seen such a realm before, after all.
Oh, you mean like the Alexandria made from the Endless Fiend's memories? It all seems so real.
So this virtual domain, it would also be housed within the Meso terminal.
But how? I thought we shut down all the terminals in Living Memory.
You did. And Kafkiwa's program performed just as she intended. The Meso terminal itself was deactivated, as evidenced by the failure of the device which was keeping Spheen's body in stasis. Be that as it may, we face a master of electrope engineering. That he managed to partition and protect the sector harboring his own memories is well within the bounds of possibility.
Let us say that the Meso terminal does indeed contain a second domain, and that Calyx himself resides
So basically,
there.
he partitioned his
This city, on
memories
the other
away
hand,
from
exists here in the source.
the terminal
That being
to
the
keep
case,
himself safe
I
when
thought
everything got
perhaps
shut
we
down.
could prevent his remote interference by closing the gate to the Golden City, and thus severing the connection between worlds.
Except I tried to close it once already when I visited Living Memory. The process required administrative authorization, a restriction I assumed at the time had been imposed by the Queen.
But now you think Calyx might be responsible.
Just as I suspected. Even now, security transmissions from throughout the Keep are being tapped by the core system and routed elsewhere.
Fun.
Almost every single one has you as its focus. He's keeping track of the keyholder's movements.
So he's keeping an eye on me no matter what I do.
What a waste of time it's been.
Speak of the devil. He's here.
Hoping to find me by tracing security data? That will not be necessary. Through a not inconsiderable effort, I've taken your measure and prepared a force sufficient to subdue you.
Oh, really?
Come. I invite you to the upper reaches of the Meso Terminal. The storage device which holds my memories is there. Break the memory bank and victory is yours. I, in turn, will seek to wrest the key from you with any and every means at my disposal.
And if we refuse this invitation?
I will wait and continue to convert Alexandrians into Endless. Consider the urgency of the situation and make the wiser choice.
Answer me one question, Calyx. The Endless Fiend. When she was queen, you had her face an impossible task, then manipulated her into using the key when she was at her most desperate. If you can do all that, then why not whisk it away when her plans went to ruin? Why let it fall into our hands?
You pour salt in the wound. That disaster was a miscalculation on my part. As her end drew near, Sphene and her restructured memories have become one with the terminal's control systems. In that singular place, in that singular moment, she wielded an authority greater than mine. Thus she was able to shield you, the neighboring sovereign to whom she entrusted her nation's future, and the hero to whom she entrusted that priceless key. I am unsure to what degree she perceived my presence, but she knew that someone was watching. Does that satisfy your curiosity?
It does. And I'm satisfied that you will take nothing more from this nation. Not one more life, not one more future, not one single smile from another child's face. You hear me? Sorry.
So now
for
we have to
losing
go
my
stop. We have to
temper,
go stop him.
But there's only one way we can deal with people like Calyx.
So we gotta go back to the
Whatever
Meso
grand
Terminal.
future he envisions, someone will be made to pay the price. And I won't let that happen.
He's wrong if he thinks he's taking our measure.
If I may, I realize it is not my place to say this. Even so, I must thank you both. On behalf of my other self, allow me to say how...
We gonna get it. We gonna stop him. Damn that bastard Calyx. He waited until I was this close before snatching away my moment of triumph. In that infuriating, condescending way he spoke to us. We'll see whose time is up, you smug little weasel. Anyway, I know things didn't go to plan, but we learned a great deal about preservation. That knowledge comes in the days to come. Though I may not be able to contribute much to a direct confrontation, I mean to see this through with you all, providing whatever support I can. Alright. Speak with Ghost Son in the government sector. Hold on 1 second. I'm gonna check something real quick. Ba, 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 ba. Okay. Sorry, I was checking on something real quick. Okay, I'll take the little Ethernet shard to resolution to get to the government sector faster. There's Aaron Vile.
Things seem much the same.
So listen, you have nothing more to fear than any other normal day. Deep breaths. We'll get through this. Deep breaths.
You'd be telling them much the same if you were here. I suppose it falls to me now.
Okay. Speak with Yestola at Laynode Nemo. Where is that at? Oh, it's in living memory. It's the entry point for living memory. Yeah, I can see we've already been here. We already deactivated all of this. And that's the Meso terminal right there. This big thing right here that looks like a person. The wall has receded to provide a convenient entrance into the structure's interior. There was no such ingress wound last we were here, so we must assume that Calyx has since manipulated the terminal's electrope. All to facilitate his most gracious invitation to the upper levels. An invitation I am eager to accept for the sake of all who love Alexandria. I will not yield nor leave him to despair. A terminal invitation. We don't want to keep our hosts waiting. Yep, don't want to keep them waiting. Well, here we are again, facing another battle to decide Alexandria's fate. For 4 centuries I slept here. Upon awakening, I found the world as I knew it had changed. Yet beneath the unfamiliar surface, much remained the same. For that I give thanks to Otis and Zelenia and their world knights who lay their lives on the line to defend our way of life. I thank every Alexandrian who believed in our future and passed on our legacy. I thank my other self who so loved this kingdom. And I thank you all for kind hope in our heart. Courage to take up arms and fight once more. So let us make our stand together and fight for what we hold dear. The kind and gentle Queen Sphene was too weak to serve her people, and so she will serve them no more. Freed from conscience, I shall become a ruler that can protect Alexandria, a devourer of worlds. Together we stand, together we fight. You have my gratitude, and surely Otis and Zelenia will join us in spirit. Let's head inside and finish this. In the upper reaches of this terminal awaits the device which holds Calyx's memories. It falls to us to make the climb and destroy it once and for all. Hey, we must bring matters to a definitive end. We'll not suffer him to cause Alexandria further harm, nor claim the key. The Queen entrusted it to Chikane for good reason, and besides, 'twould be a tragedy indeed to relinquish a relic with so much research potential. Apparently, Calyx thinks he's taken our measure. I urge you to correct that misguided assumption. I wholeheartedly concur, yet would still counsel caution. That he would be so bold as to extend us an invitation bespeaks tremendous confidence in his preparations. Come, friends, we set forth in the midst of dreaming endless. All right. Now we have to enter the Meso terminal. Oh, that's the one for Alexandria. This is the one for Meso terminal. The Meso terminal. The lights of living memory no longer shine, and the Meso terminal at its center stands silent amidst the wistful echoes of lives once lived. A monument to the existence of the Alexandrian people, as well as a resting place for their memories. It is within this soaring spire that Calyx maintains his stronghold. The self-proclaimed architect of mankind's evolution has invited you to confront him in the upper reaches of the terminal. An invitation you must accept, lest his atrocities continue to escalate. Step into the structure's glowing interior and begin your wary ascent through the midst of the dreaming endless. Alright, so yeah, let's go ahead and see if we can get a group of other people. 13 minutes. Yeah, there's my little guide thingy. Let's see if I can find, if I've got that much time, Meso terminal booses. Okay, here we go.
Boss 1. Medicine field, raid wide. Chemical dispensaries. AoEs will be indicated, plus a knockback. The knockback will resolve first. Position to be knocked back to a corner near the smaller AoEs. Plenty of time to adjust. Biochemical, front or back. Safe spot will be opposite to the cast, e.g. front, move behind the boss. Sensory deprivation. This is much simpler than it initially seems. Knockback. Just remember where the first knockback appeared. The effect doesn't mess with the order or anything, it just adds a second fake marker. AoEs. This just hides a safe spot. So
okay, we're not going to have much time, we're just going to have to go in blind. Because it's popped a lot faster than I thought it would. It said 13 minutes. That was like barely a minute. So we're just gonna have to hope for the best. The Meso terminal.
I'll begin by wearing you down.
start wearing these down. Shadow Bite. I have to switch between Shadow Bite, Latson Bite while I keep doing Rain of Death with my arrows. Till we get down to one target, then I can just do single DPS rotation.
I've created a new endless for you. Not all are warriors, but they will follow orders. Kill and survive and so forth. Here, I shall prepare the stage for battle. The memories of a physician, one who saves lives, should be reluctant to die.
The Churgian General? I was trying to read that name. This is kind of confusing. seem to be doing pretty good considering I have little idea of what I'm actually doing. I only heard some of what that person said what to do with this fight. There we go.
You've overburdened the system. No matter. It served its purpose.
Yeah, I'm just gonna pass on those.
Prison of sinister repute. I need not compel them to fight.
Now we continue up here.
These are loyal executioners. They shall deal
now at boss number 2.
Your sentence is death. How long can you defy it? Criminals may run, but they cannot escape.
Oh shit, so it's like we're all fighting our own boss. Ouch. I did not know it was going to do that. I didn't know they were going to overlap. Yeah, I didn't know spike balls were gonna overlap like that. I thought you could stand like between the middle, but no. No, they overlap, so. So we can't resurrect each other here either. We have to kill all four and not die. Because we can't. So the healer and the tank can't help.
Your sentence is death. How long can you defy it? Criminals may run, but they cannot escape.
So now I kind of know the rules and know how it works. So this one kind of makes you where you're not going to be able to rely on your party. You're kind of on your own, if you will. Oh. Somehow I lived. I don't know how. Oh, so once they free it, they can go into another prison. They can go in and like this person, like the tank, they went into mine. Okay, got it. Yeah, because the tank killed theirs. The other dancer DPS is almost, they've killed theirs. So they can do the other two. This is a different boss fight than usual ones.
Good. I bid you continue on.
Okay, we'll just we'll go back to the start point and then we'll use the teleporter to go back. Stand far away and do my shooty boom booms. There we go.
Memories from an age rife with death. The desperation will serve well. The enemy is at the gate. To arms, good soldiers, protect your kingdom.
There we go, gonna wear them down. Very well. If one by one they fall, I'll send them all as one. Okay, wow, that's a big thing. That's what she said. Indeed, that is a big thing with pictures of scenery. It looks like different worlds around it.
Amalgam of memories. Let us see how it fares. It is the midst of the storm surge. Countless lives are lost in the senseless conflict.
Ouch.
The war swells in scope and intensity. The bombs rain down without pause or mercy. The spark of life is dimmed with every blinding flash.
Crap, I got hit. I got hit.
Is everywhere, pillaging the promise of the future.
I ain't get it this time. I'm getting a little better. I'm kind of learning through experience, kind of what I need to be doing. Ouch. I got hit by both. I didn't make it that little corner in time. Oh no, someone fell off. Oh no, only the dancing DPS is left. I think I hit. Oh well. We'll reset and do it again. Well, we got pretty close. And I kind of know what to do now, so... kind of, sort of. Oh no, someone got the danger. They gave someone the dancer the danger Dorito. Because you know what to do. We don't.
It is the midst of the storm surge. Countless lives are lost in the senseless conflict. The war swells in scope and intensity. The bombs rained down without pause or mercy. The spark of life is dimmed with every blinding flash. Death is everywhere, pillaging the promise of the future.
Stack up on me. Stand on me again. It's the I got the stack thing. Yeah, we got it this time. We're about to finish it up. There we go. We did it. All right. I gave my commendation, and somehow I received all 3 other commendations. I don't know how. I gave my commendation to the dancer that knew what they were doing. I was just following them in that last fight. That's the only reason I really lived.
Sphene?
Though at the end I was starting to get the hang of it,
The
so I kind of was
endless
able to
he
do it on
sent
my own.
against us. They were from the time of the storm surge, before I was placed into stasis.
I'm still surprised I got the other 3 commendations.
As far as we know, the only sector to escape the shutdown was the one containing Calix's
I'll be right
memories.
back.
Assuming a chronological system, every other memory stored in that sector would belong to people who lived around the same period in history as he did.
Calix, how long have you pursued this madness?
We seem to have exhausted his defenses for the moment. I say we take advantage of this lull to press on.
Calix!
Well done. I commend your perseverance. The entirety of my memories are stored within this device. In the early stages of Endless Creation, we established several core tenets. One is a prohibition on memory duplication. Despite the
Sorry, I had to go
inherent
use the
risks, I
bathroom.
agree and abide by this. Memories are the essence of the self.
I
and
needed
should
a
not be
potty
diluted.
break. Hope I
We
didn't
each
miss
have our
anything.
goals. You seek to destroy your target. I seek to reclaim the key.
Except for Calix, still trying to get us.
Shall we forego the posturing and begin?
Do not doubt that we are here to fight, and I do not mean to lose. Yet, as one born of the same era, I must ask. Why do you pursue your evolution with such fervor? What do you hope to achieve
Because
with
he
this
just wants to.
eternal existence?
Your question is meaningless. I have ascertained a superior path to mankind's preservation, and that which must be done is that which I can do. What other reason do I require? Surely you have seen it. Traditional survival strategies are at odds with an increasingly complex society, leading to a breakdown of order. This course promises no liberation from pointless conflicts or inane tragedies. Physical traits do not represent the limit of our potential. Why then should we relinquish that potential when our hearts cease to beat? I realized it was past time that we corrected our heading. Nothing more.
Even then, you were always so single-minded. I too have a vision for the future, and your plan is not a part of it. I won't let you harm another Alexandrian.
You
Then
tell him.
fight we must. Thankfully, the entity I now summon will make short work of you and your comrades.
Uh-oh.
A summoning.
What now? What was that? A chill? No, something else. I feel so cold. So weak.
Across Alexandria, a certain emotion is taking hold. The fear of death. Terror for the eternal darkness that will, without fail, engulf the lives of every living thing. Allow me to introduce it to you.
Well, this isn't good.
I got it! I got one! 4,999! That's how many people he said they were up to! I made it just in time. Now to register.
Death can't touch me now. I'm free of all that crushing fear. Forever.
Congratulations to all who have acquired a Neo-Regulator. We have reached our total of 5,000 registered users. The day of deliverance you were promised will soon be upon us.
I'll give it back!
I don't want to die. I don't want to die.
You think that's what I want?
Remember now. Remember your fear of dying. That terror will carry you across the threshold, make of you an endless. Your prayers will birth a miracle which commands death itself.
What in the...
Looks like all the Neo regulators are activating now.
What's going on?
Securing the requisite ether is simple. I need only reroute lightning energy from living memory. Then I encourage the populace to define its form through hope and thought and prayer. Such an abstract method, however, is rife with unpredictable elements. What I wanted was an entity that could defeat you with utmost certainty. To that end, I set strict parameters for a concept of my own design. It was a laborious task, one that required almost more time than I had, but I managed it in the end. And now, everything is in readiness. I bid you, come forth.
What's this thing that's supposedly going to beat me?
What is that?
That looks familiar to me.
A primal summoning, and one defined by a concept, no less. How did he learn such techniques?
Keep these close.
That is a false deity, brought into being through the prayers of the desperate and the hopeful. The talismans will protect your minds from being enthralled.
I know this thing from somewhere, I just can't pinpoint where. From another Final Fantasy game, but I can't think of what.
Do you still mean to stand against me?
I think I know what it is. It's, I can't remember the name of it. It's the final boss from Final Fantasy IX. I can't think of its name, but it looks just like it. I mean to win, the key will never be yours.
That remains to be seen.
So I guess we have a trial to fight this thing. The Ageless Necropolis. Yep, it's a trial. Oh yeah, I gotta turn off the Meso terminal. Midlands of Terral. Oh wait, that's sorry. By entrusting their memories of departed loved ones to the cloud, Alexandrians have long escaped the grief of separation, being thus forced to confront the realities of mortal existence. What then filled their hearts with a dark and unreasoning terror? Harnessing this heightened fear of death for his own ends, a genius of an age gone by now channels the people's desperate prayers for succor into a new primal incarnation. It falls to the warrior of light to stand unflinching in the face of fear made manifest and claim victory over this inexorable entity. That was a mouthful. See if I can find a guide for this thing.
Fear of Death. Raid wide, which will spawn a bunch of hands. These will shoot line AoEs in the direction they're facing. There's often a safe corner to look for which won't have any hands in it. Cold Grip. AoEs on each side of the arena. One side of the boss will be glowing and will fire off a second, very large AoE. Position opposite the glowing arm and move away as soon as the initial lines go off. Memento Mori. Line AoE through the centre. This will leave behind a large damage-inducing puddle, so don't run through this. And more sets of hands. Each side will have 2 safe lanes, positioned behind a set of hands on your side. Blue Shockwave. Huge conal on one tank. That tank should immediately run to one of the front corners to provide space for the rest of the team. Do not wait for the team or hesitate, just pick a corner and go tank. Assume the rest of the team will adjust. Soul Reaping. Boss will indicate either a donut AoE like this, meaning stand very close to the boss, or a point blank AoE like this, meaning move outside the boss's hitbox. Either be like, this will execute the stored donut or ring, later there will be mechanics between the storage and execution. Grand Cross. Stand center for a raid wide. Spinning Orbs. These will fire line AoEs as advertised when their countdown
Oh,
symbol
God.
expires.
They're-
Before
they
they expire,
move around.
they do not do damage, so you can run back and forth between them rather than trying to rotate around the whole arena. This will finish with a confused symbol expires for a raid wide.
I gotta
Spinning
rewatch that
orbs.
part.
These will fire line AoEs as advertised when their countdown symbol expires. Before they expire, they do not do damage, so you can run back and forth between them rather than trying to rotate around the whole
Oh, okay,
arena.
they have a particular point they do
This
damage.
will finish with a confusing AoE marker covering the whole arena floor. This is lethal if done wrong. It's essentially two large line pulses with damage fall off. So position on the arena very edge between two of the orbs to mitigate as much damage as possible. While not necessary, lots of mitts, shields and even the tank LB can help with potential positioning mistakes from other players. Neutron Ring, raid wide. Adds phase, simple line AoEs. Kill before the boss's gauge fills. Darkness of Eternity, raid wide followed by some basic adds to kill solo. Spectre of Death, large hands on the sides of the arena. Ensure you are not parallel to one to avoid a large line AoE. Relentless Reaping, boss will store 4 of the in-outs from the start of the fight, and while I don't have enough of a sampler size to be 100%, all of my runs started with alternating in-out, or out-in, out-in, making the next bit easier as I would just remember odds in, evens out, or vice versa. Crop rotation, Seasons of Blight. The boss will then rotate the number messing up the order. Example 4312 instead of 1234. The bottom glowing one is the next one up. Be ready, these execute back to back quite quickly. Mass Macabre. 4-person towers, just run into them to dispel them. All done. Like and subscribe to complete the duty.
Almighty. That is a lot.
Fear of and more sets of position behind. Huge conal on one tank, so the team tank reaping. Like this, meaning boss will indicate either a donut AoE like this, meaning stand very close to the boss, or a point blank AoE like this, meaning move outside the boss's hitbox. Ether Blight.
So
This will execute the stored donut or ring. Later there will be mechanics between the storage and execution. Grand Cross. Stand center for a raid wide. Spinning Orbs. These will fire line AoEs as advertised when their countdown symbol expires. Before they expire, they do not do damage, so you can run back and forth between them rather than trying to rotate around the whole arena. This will finish with a confusing AoE marker covering the whole arena floor. This is lethal if done wrong. It's essentially two large line pulses with damage fall off. So position on the arena very edge between two of the orbs to mitigate as much damage as possible. While not necessary, lots of mitts, shields and even the tank LB can help with potential positioning mistakes from other players. Neutron Ring, raid wide. Adds phase, simple line AoEs. Kill before the boss's gauge fills. Darkness of Eternity, raid wide followed by some basic adds to kill solo. Spectre of Death, large hands on the sides of the arena. Ensure you are not parallel to one to avoid a large line AoE. Relentless Reaping, boss will store 4 of the in-outs from the start of the fight, and while I don't have enough of a sampler size to be 100%, all of my runs started with alternating in-out, or out-in, out-in, making the next bit easier as I would just remember odds in, evens out, or vice versa. Crop rotation, Seasons of Blight. The boss will then rotate the number messing up the order. Example 4312 instead of 1234. The bottom glowing one is the next one up. Be ready, these execute back to back quite quickly. Mass Macabre. 4-person towers, just run into them to dispel them. All done.
Okay, that was a lot. But I think I got a good general gist of it. There we go. Okay. We'll go ahead and hop in. Hop in this bitch. Ageless Necropolis. With what looks like the final boss from Final Fantasy IX. And I'm pretty sure the Necron, yeah, it is. That's the name. So yeah, this is the final boss from Final Fantasy IX. They've transplanted it into 14.
Shall suffer the rotting fate of all flesh.
We're not. We're gonna make it.
You are bound by the limits of flesh. It will betray you. Drag them to their graves.
Well, that was quick. I didn't know the puddle was gonna kill standing in it. I had no idea.
There. Do you not see? Death is upon you. Perhaps this.
That was a big tank buster. That box is no joke.
Kill them.
Okay, this one's gonna be
Brother,
stay outside up. Get between the hands.
Kill them. Fear compounds fear, eroding your strength.
Okay, here's the little orb phase. Ah! Oh, this is the one we gotta stand in the corner.
I will reduce you to ether.
At least I lived through it. Thankfully,
you
I
will
didn't
die for me now.
Okay, this is the ad phase. We have to kill the little things before he charges his gauge. I wasn't even standing in that thing. Okay, I call that vulnerability stack. I call it BS.
Accepting death is the greatest sin a life can commit. The endless darkness engulfs you.
Okay, this is kind of trippy. Okay. Oh crap, we gotta fight stuff on our own. Crap, 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 I stood the stuff. Oh shit, I died.
Still alive. But there are ways to change that.
So I'm not doing too hot, but it's first time, so I already warned everybody.
There. Those who do not resist death deserve it. I am prepared for you. Kill them.
And so we're gonna go in. Yep. Okay, I didn't do too good. And one of the healers died too.
Fight, if you must.
Oh, people need to stand in those.
There.
Okay, there we go.
You struggle in vain. Once the terror takes root, it will only continue to grow. Kill them. Fear compounds fear, eroding your strength.
Here. Oh god, we got this phase again.
I will reduce you to ether. Those who do not resist death deserve it. I am prepared for you. Kill them.
I got that time. And I didn't even see where they... And we did it! Yay! Woo! Yeah. All right. Let me move the mouse out of the way.
Is it over?
Now, the memory bank.
Blow it up.
It's shielded.
Of course it is.
I invited you to destroy it. I did not say I would let you. It is clear your strength cannot be gauged by ordinary means. But I anticipated as much.
What did you do to it?
The ignorance is almost laughable. You do not understand that you yourselves are to blame. You brought death to my creation. What do you suppose happens when a being manifested by the fear of dying experiences that terror firsthand? It grows stronger.
I feel it again. That same weakness.
It will rise again and again until the lightning which infuses this entire world has been drained to its last spark. You fight a losing battle.
God damn you.
Harnessed in this manner, does it not demonstrate just how powerful mankind's aversion to death truly is? You will not prevail against this foe. I, meanwhile, will continue my crusade against mortality. So long as our memories endure, we may live on. That is the promise I offer.
So long as our memories endure. This is
No,
wrong,
we're gonna beat it. We're
Calix.
better.
You twist
We got this.
the meaning of those words. They are not meant to teach the living that physical death is nothing to fear. They are meant to offer comfort to those we leave behind. I know that litany all too well. I heard it time and time again over the course of the war. Help me, Shale. I must speak to Alexandria. Make my voice heard.
Speak to your people.
Nahe, don't you recognize me? Nahe!
What's happening? What's wrong with them?
Speak to your people. Get them to stop.
What will become of us?
Fellow Alexandrians, please, heed my words.
What now? Another broadcast? I know that voice.
Death can be frightening and terrible. I understand the desire to forget, to seek eternal life and be freed from fear. Yet, we live in this world in the here and now, the bearers of memories varied and rich. Our worries can weigh heavy, and there may be nights when the darkness feels like more than we can bear. But if we can endure those dark hours, the world will always brighten come the dawn. And in the chill of that new morning, will the memories of loved ones be there to warm us and carry us forward? So do not forget their passing. Let them be our courage. Fear not a life well lived. For one day, the memories we leave behind will be the warmth another needs when their morning finds them.
There we go. People are no longer fearing death, so that thing is slowly
Reaction?
that thing is now gonna hopefully die. Since no one fears death, it's gonna get weaker.
An irregular factor in the equation. Eliminate her.
Don't you dare.
No, you don't!
memories cannot be duplicated, but they can be transferred.
Leave the primal to us. Hurry and take care of that memory bank.
He's probably trying to move his memories to get them away from there.
Gave her my word! I promised I would protect her people!
And we will protect them together!
There we go. The barrier's now gone.
The others.
Need to shoot that thing now before his memories get moved. And I think we made it. We at least destroyed it. But he's no longer there, so...
Careful. You're badly hurt. You'd be lucky if you only broke a bone or two. It won't be long until your fever rises. We need to see you back to Tulayolo and into the care of a chirurgeon.
Thank you, Lamity.
Alright, we defeated Necron. We're now back. Outside of living memory. And once you had the barrier down, you saw to the Calyx stored memories were destroyed along with the memory bank, which means preservation is no more, I pray. So we no longer will Calyx dictate the course of our people. So we did get rid of his memory bank and we got rid of Calyx. Yay! I can never thank you enough. When we were arrested and ready, we shall have to conduct a thorough investigation into how Calyx came to know that summoning ritual. Aye, for where there are primals, the Ascians are never far. I must consider that those who offered up prayers during summoning may very well have fallen under the entity's sway. I shall wait here with our patient until Val Koana arrives. Feel free to go on ahead and attend to Alexandria's needs in the meantime. So basically they're saying that Calyx got the summoning ritual information from an Ascian. So that means there could be an Ascian in the area. Or they've at least been here. So I mean, it could be the Ascian maybe the Ascian becomes like patch 7.4 or maybe, you know, leading up to whatever the next expansion after Dawn Trail is. Speak with Sphene in the outskirts. I'm just gonna teleport there. It's gonna be faster. Shikane, everyone has been teaching me what it means to be enthralled by a primal. The outskirts seem untouched by trouble as far as I can tell, but what if something awful has happened? Deep breaths, Sphene. Aaron, Valen, and Shale have brought me up to speed. First off, just as we feared, those who adopted the Neo-Regulators appear to have been enthralled. So far, however, they have not shown any hostility towards others. I suppose this was due to the calming effect of your broadcast. Which is all well and good, but the city officials are understandably requesting an explanation of events. Raha, Creel, would you be able to handle that? Meanwhile, I suggest you look on the people you fought so very hard to save. It may ease your mind to see the fruits of your efforts firsthand. Speak with Mahuwasa out over here. Nope, I'm stuck. Hey, hey, hey. Come on. Come on. There we go. Okay. There's a little gap over here I have to go to get across. Okay, hold on. Let me... Here we go. Yeah, I gotta get the flying for the zones and for the zones in this expansion, like Heritage Found and others. I gotta get these found out so I can fly around and get around a little bit faster. There's the little jaw. Okay, speak with Shale in the back room. So I teleport back to Solution 9. About Solution 9. And teleport to Neonstein. Yep, I'm heading to the back room. And this is the last quest, the promise for tomorrow. I guess unfortunately Geode's not coming back. The preservation facility, that lab where they studied the keys, certainly demands further investigation. I fear that he and his hunger for interdimensional travel were only one facet of a greater puzzle. There is still someone or something out there that may pose a threat to us. There's always a threat. That seems to be the thing that's always going on. Right, I have a meeting with city officials to attend. It would be cruel to leave Raha to answer their barrage of questions alone. I should return to my work as well. My first job will be to analyze the data we pulled from Containment Complex 1029 and locate other facilities of interest. I can only hope the information we uncover will serve Alexandria in the future we want to build. Whatever we end up finding, however, it's likely to take some weeks to put the city back to rights. All these ambitious plans aside, I think you've earned a rest, don't you? Our break room is yours to bunk in for as long as you like. Say the word, and I'll help you settle in. It will likely be some time before the city returns to normal. You may choose to remain in the back room and watch over the proceedings. Yeah, sure. Several weeks later,
What an absurdly long report. Even working together, it took us an age to finish.
Well, to be fair, it was a rather absurd series of events. The mystery behind Grandfather's letter took us further than we could have ever imagined.
Truly. It feels like a lifetime ago that it all began.
Right then, one last bit of proofreading. Where was I? Ah, yes. The chaos which had gripped the Kingdom of Alexandria was slowly but surely giving way to order once more. The thorough investigation conducted by Oblivion was one of the primary factors contributing to this recovery. Its members uncovered multiple preservation research facilities, allowing for a comprehensive study of regulator design and function. Thus have we come to understand that memories pertaining to the deceased were not erased from the minds of the living, but in truth, merely locked away. Permanent gaps in one's memory were to be avoided, as inconsistencies would arise during endless conversion and cause instability. When the time came, restoring these buried memories would be a simple matter of transmitting a signal from the Meso terminal. Acting on this discovery, the Alexandrian government announced plans for a memory restoration initiative, open to willing participants. This reignited the discussion surrounding mortality, as people continued to debate how best to face the inevitability of death. No matter the answer at which they arrive, it is certain to herald a major shift in the nation's philosophy. Yes, that matches my understanding of events. Excellent work, Raha.
I'm glad it serves. Shall we make our way over then?
Ahead of the memory restoration, officials requested the assistance of those familiar with the processes involved. So it was that our party and Sveen, who had eagerly volunteered, accepted the task of escorting the city's representative to living memory.
Before you go, we just wanted to say that we haven't made this decision lightly. No matter how frightening or painful they may be, we need to face our memories. Not only to honor those who are gone, but to make whole those who are still here. So no second thoughts. We'll be waiting.
If anything tries to harm you, you knock it flat. Come back safely, our Sveen from another time.
Yes! Be safe! I'll see you soon.
So sweet of you, but you needn't worry. I'm in very good company. Thank you all for your well wishes.
Everything's returning to normal.
Despite the disruption caused by the dome's arrival, the people in the surrounding region have since reclaimed their normal lives. The Taral which Galul Jar Jar united is nothing if not resilient. The winds of change are fickle. A sudden gust often the bearer of challenging trials. But so too do they spur us onward, keeping our feet ever moving along life's path.
And that's the bridge between Yat Taral and Zot Taral.
You'll soon be on your way to Yoctel, then?
Yes, we've just come from making arrangements with the dirigible master. Preparations for the flight are still underway, so I'm doing a little sightseeing. My gratitude to the Landsguard for providing us with the permits we need to visit the Skydeep Cenotaph.
Of course. We'd hardly refuse a direct request from the Vow of Reason. Our vigilant comrades at the gate will see you safely through.
Wooklamart isn't here, of course. She is still convalescing, I take it.
She's still recovering.
She's presently confined to bed and permitted no visitors. Weakened as she is, we cannot be too careful. I can scarcely sleep at night for the worry.
Oh my.
She'll be alright.
Please, forgive me.
Well, come on, it'll be
I hadn't
fine.
realized her condition was so serious. I pray she makes a full recovery soon.
She wanted to visit the Vow of Resolve. And there's little reason she couldn't have.
Is there something you wish to say?
I see. I'm glad there's nothing terrible afoot. And yet, where there's a need... Sorry, I just remembered a pressing errand. Let's talk again soon.
The Alexandrians, I understand, have teachings similar to that of the Yokui. Our flesh may wither and die, but so long as we are remembered, we are never truly gone. My father's last words. I've long considered their meaning. The living can find strength in the memories of those we've lost. They can help us rise to meet our trials in the present. That was certainly true of myself.
It may be as you say. If we did not remember our lost siblings, we would not be where we are now. Or be who we've become. We all have memories like that, I bet.
Well, we made it. The journey was so smooth as to be almost disappointing.
I can only agree, especially after our first visit felt so fraught with danger.
It's the curse of experience, my friends. Before we know it, the extraordinary becomes every day. Life is an accumulation of such things, both the happy times and the sad.
Right. Let's go over Shale's instructions on performing the memory restoration. The first step is to reactivate all the terminals at the same time. This will supply the ether necessary to operate the equipment, without creating any new Endless, of course. Once things are up and running, we use the Meso terminal to transmit the signal and unlock the sealed memories. There are 5 terminals in total. Might you lend us a hand with one, Sphene? Yes, I can do that.
Not to butt in, but would you mind letting me take it?
Lamichi!
Hey, it's Wu!
Should you be up and about?
I'm fine. My worrywart of a brother exaggerates. Mablu came by to fill me in on your plans. After that, I couldn't stand being cooped up a moment longer, so she helped me sneak out of the palace.
I'm so glad to see you're well.
Sorry Kona made you think I was at death's door. I was keeping up with reports and know what's been happening in Alexandria. I made the decision to erase the Endless, and bore witness to their final moments. And though it's only a tiny fragment, their hopes live on in me. I feel responsible for making sure that they're remembered, that their legacy is passed on. So please, let me help with sending the signal.
You've made a convincing case, but do take it slowly. The way is not without its perils.
I'll be careful. Thanks.
Very well then. I leave these tasks in your capable hands.
Hey, we're gonna reactivate the terminals so that living memory is functioning again. After we deactivated all of them.
All right, everyone. Begin.
we go. It's all back.
Was the sight we saw no more than a trick of the light? Or was it a gift? The Terminal's parting miracle? But those days are gone. We chose to move forward. We hold fast to our memories of sorrow and of grief. That we might live full in the present ere
It's
the
all
time
pretty again.
of departure comes.
Let's go home. To our beloved Alexandria.
It's all back to normal.
Mother, you protected me. I remember now.
In soft golden light, the memories of the lost returned. There to be clutched tight by loved ones, never again to be surrendered.
I am humbled by all you have done in service to our nation. On behalf of its people, I offer our most heartfelt gratitude.
We were only too happy to help. There are still problems left to solve, of course, but you've taken an important step forward.
We have. It's as if we were frozen in time, but now the ice has begun to thaw. Alexandria will thrive again. Mark my words.
What will you do now, Sven?
Ah, yes. Well, that will depend on Gossen. With your permission, I wish to continue living in Alexandria. Those dear to me laid down their lives for this nation in bygone days, and I fought alongside new comrades to defend it. I would continue serving it if you'd let me. So please, accept me as one of your citizens.
That will not do.
I see. I suppose my presence would cause too much confusion.
Now hold on a moment. You have to reconsider. I'll vouch for her myself.
Oh dear, do forgive me. I've caused a misunderstanding. What I meant to say is, it will not do for you to be an ordinary citizen. The people have been most insistent that you take your rightful place as queen.
As queen?
When despair held us in its thrall, it was your voice, your words, which led us to salvation. We would not ask that you perform the same duties as our previous ruler. The structure of both government and nation is to be re-examined and revised such that the burden doesn't fall upon you alone. If that is acceptable, we implore you, please live among us and lend us your gentle guidance. The Alexandrian monarchs of old cared for us and fought for us, and you stand proud among them.
But I... Oh, what of Galuja? You have him, don't you?
Alexandria has 2 thrones to fill now. What one ruler might struggle with, the 2 of you can accomplish together. Guluja's still young though, so don't expect too much of him just yet.
Let's see. You already know what to do. That's what I'm gonna say.
Yes. Yes, you're right. For centuries, my other self bore this tiara, and with it the hopes and dreams of Alexandrians. I will not let them go unanswered. I will heed the wishes of the people. With peace and...
It's not an easy road, but we'll walk it side by side. That way, neither of us gets lost.
Thank you. Thank you all so much.
All right. Okay, so I won't get to finish this. I'm technically on the last quest, but I need to go ahead and wrap it up for the night. So I won't get to finish the remainder of this final quest tonight. There's like a few more cutscenes. We'll have to continue that on Tuesday or Wednesday night this week. Again, like usual, if you're following the channel, you'll get a notification when the stream goes on. Like I said, I plan for it to be either Tuesday or Wednesday. And once we finish that, probably go ahead and start leveling. I'll probably go ahead and start leveling my tank. We do have the Juno Alliance raid quest to continue, and we have the second part of that Alliance raid to do that I have not done yet. So for right now, plan for a stream either on Tuesday or Wednesday night. Like I said, if you're following, you'll get a notification when it goes live, and if you're subscribed to the social media channels, you'll also know there too. So anyway, you guys have a great evening. I hope you enjoyed the finishing as I did. I really enjoyed it. So anyway, you guys have a great evening, and we will pick this up again on Tuesday or Wednesday night. So you have a great evening, Monday, Tuesday, you know, until we go live Tuesday or Wednesday, and then I will see you again. So bye guys.